Hello and welcome to my first official painting video. Now, to be honest with y'all, I've been doing this for about 2 months, and I've been really thinking about doing videos for it, so I'm going to try it and see what happens. I've been doing some work with it. I'm still learning a lot of stuff. I'm still making a lot of mistakes along the way. However, I think I'm getting halfway decent at it. So let's see how this works. And Casey does Casey does everything. I think this is a video. That was the first one I saw. And he was doing a planet. And he said, it's just that easy. I looked at it and I went, there's no way it's that easy. So I went out, bought black and white paint, bought 2 colors that I let a wife and a granddaughter pick out, and made my first planet. And they said, that's cool. Now, 2 months later, I have a bunch of stuff because I really got into it. So every weekend, because I do still have a full-time job, I mean, if I can get some money out of this, great, but I do still hold a full-time job, so I usually only have weekends to do this. So when I say I've been painting for 2 months, that's 1 to 2 days a week for 2 months. So anyway, I'm gonna do a planet, and I'm gonna do a red and blue planet. Red because my grandson's favorite color is red, and blue because I like blue. So what can I say? And I will actually be using some of the techniques that I've been learning from Amethyst and Casey and John Barber Art and all their training and stuff. I will be using that. So first off, pick a spot for your planet, put your bowl down, 50 cents, Walmart. Actually, they've gone up. They're now $1.25 or something like that for those stupid things. So I got in there at the right time. And then we take black, shake it up really good. Make sure, and I found out I got gloves off Temu, which the gloves work fine, but they're a little bulky, so they like to get in the way of the tip of the nozzle when you're spraying, and they will splutter. So you gotta be careful with that. Anyway. So, almost out. Draw a little spot where you're gonna make your planet. Ta-da, there you go. Put that off to the side for now. And I've already pulled all the caps off these loose so I can just get to them without fighting. All right, so there's the red. Woohoo! It's called Strawberry Fields. And I just put the cap back on tight. Oops. There we go, okay. I'm trying not to do that because I don't want to have to fight to get it off there. Now, we have to let the paint dry for a couple of minutes because if not, it'll bleed right through. So while we're waiting for that, I will come over here, get into my pile of old junk, grab a piece of paper. That's, actually, I would say where I get that from, but I don't want to say where I get that from, because if I do that, you're going to know exactly where I work at, and I'm kind of trying to not give you too much information to start with. Anyway, so we crumpleize it up, and oh yeah, by the way, Casey, sound effects, a must. So crumple it, uncrumple it, so we get those random patterns and shapes. Doing this one-handed, not that easy. All right, now that we've given that a second to dry, should be okay. Throw a little blue on top, and then put your paper down. And give it a couple swipes. Sorry about that. Try to do this one-handed, and I can't put my foot on top of this thing and hold it down like some people can. That looks pretty cool. But if you don't like it, as they've taught, you can take it, ball it up,
and just do a little dabbing here and there wherever you might want a little more paint taken off there. All right, so this is what we got so far. Pretty cool. I like it. I think the colors look pretty decent. And then again, we wait for a couple of minutes, dun, 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 because we got to get it a little dry. If you don't, and this is something I've learned the hard way, and I'm still making this mistake. If you don't let it dry, when you spray it with, say, your black to put the shadow on it, it'll bleed right through. And the blue or the red or whatever colors you're using will blast right through that black. And every time, make sure you shake up your paint so it doesn't sputter on you, because if it's cold, your paint will sputter and then you get those big globs, and you don't want the big globs. Now, I mean, if you're covering the whole thing, then it may not make a whole lot of difference. If you're not, you don't want those big spots on there. So, all right, let it dry a little bit, and then make a smiley face. Make a smiley face. Make a smiley face. I'm not going to keep saying that. You know what I'm saying. So, you make a half moon shape on your planet for wherever your shadow is going to be. And then on the other side, we'll be putting in some highlight, but we'll do that later. I have seen like 3 different ways that they do that. I like just putting my bowl down and then spraying the bowl and getting it around just the outside. Some people actually spray the edge of the planet, like John Barber will spray the edge of the planet to get his highlight, which looks really good. I like mine doing it this way because, well, honestly, because I think it's easier. And they say if you want to learn how to do something quick and easy, give a hard project to a lazy person. They will figure out the easiest way to do it. And, well, I guess I'm saying I'm lazy. So, too bad. Anyway, all right, so we let that dry, which when it's warm out, the warmer it is, the quicker it dries. And it's about 75 or 76 out here where I'm at right now. So it takes 4 or 5 minutes. Or you get that ring of death on it. So let's see. Touchy. That feels pretty dry. So we're going to put the bowl on. Make sure you get some of the shadow in there and a good chunk of the color. I'm sorry, I'm trying to look down at the paint and through my camera at the same time, so it's a little shaky. When I get a tripod that I can mount this on so I can sit it and hold it in one spot, even better. Haven't got that far yet. Anybody who sees this, likes it, hit me up. If you want to donate so I can get some more product or some more tools for this, I'm not going to say no. Anyway, so here we go. Bowl down. Put some shadow in there. Make sure it's down fairly tight so that you're not getting any bleed through, because you'll have the black bleed right through under the bowl if you're not careful. So there's that. Now we take our black and we cover the rest of it. This is the fun part because it takes forever. Oh no, I got a fuzzy in there. Easy to fix, spray over it. And they're right, you'll get hairs and puff balls from the puff flowers, you know, the puff ball flowers that are in the yards. We'll get on there. Just take one of your tools with a point on it, scrape it off there, put some more paint on it, it covers it right up. All right, so there it is. Completely black, looking good, nice and shiny. I like to try to use gloss black, but right this second, I've got the store brand, Walmart store brand, Color Place spray paint. It's like $249, $279, somewhere in there right now. I don't know. Walmart near me had a sale, and I ended up getting something like 5 cans of the store brand black for like $1. So I couldn't say no. All right, so once again, we let that dry a little bit because we want our paint nice and dry before we do anything like putting stars on it or something. is, once again, if it's not completely dry, when you put stars on it, the stars will suck right into the black, and then you'll just get this dull grayish looking blob instead of nice bright white stars on it. So we give it a couple of minutes, we let it get dry to the point where you can put the stars on without losing them. And then, all right, so again, I've been shown several techniques. One is to spray it on your fingers and flick it, and all the different artists I've seen use that technique at various times. I've also been shown one where you spray on like a toothbrush or some kind of brush, and then flick the brush. So you spray it on, and then you pull back on it and flick the brush out. And then I've also seen from Casey, and I've seen a couple people do this now, but Casey's the one I see used most of the time on this. And that's the one I actually like to do because it gives me practice on controlling my spray. So once you get this dry enough, use pressure control. So you get your can so it's just, I'm still working on it, so it's just spitting out stars, and then you just spray until you get as many stars on there as you want. And I'm still working on it. It's still a work in progress. I'm getting better at it, but I still need a lot of practice. But this is why I'm here. As I said on the beginning, I'm learning how to do the spray paint art. So please come learn with me and watch as I try to get better. So there's some stars. I got a couple of globs. We'll fix those. So real easy to fix. Yeah, I just threw my cap on the ground. Woo! We just spray a little black on there, cover them up. That's not working too well. Spray a little black there. No, that's not the right cap. Yeah, it's coming right back through again. See, I'm still learning, I'm still making mistakes. So I got this glob that fell off my spray because it was blobbing up there at the tip. I just cleaned that thing off too. I'm going to leave that for my signature. So I got some in there. This looks pretty good over here. This looks pretty good here. Not as good, but better. This, not so much. So to fix that, get back on this, we're going to take, yeah, don't just throw your caps down. They like to run everywhere. So we're going to spray some red in there, just random. And as Amethyst likes to say, nature is random. So being random actually works. Okay, so there's some red, there's some blue to match the planet. I got some stars in there. I was hoping the red and the blue would kind of cover up the oopsies. But as Bob Ross likes to say, or used to be when he was alive, there are no such things as mistakes. They're just happy little accidents. Now, I want to put one more color on there. I want something bright, want something that goes with what's already on there. So what should we, wait a second. What's that one? Oh! This one was on sale too at Walmart. It's called Farmer's Daughter Gloss. And it's, as you can see, a pinkish color. Let's see what this one looks like. Oh! Alright. I think that's looking pretty awesome. Looking dope! They sold it on sale for $1 because no cap. Alright. So once you've got your colors on there, you got it looking the way you want it to look. Now the shadow was over here, so we're going to put the shine over here. And again, spray it at the bowl about right here. Now be careful, and this is something I'm still learning control on. I'm sorry, but it sounds like my wife's phone is going off. I think she left it in my truck. So I'll be getting that here in a minute for her. Anyway, so we spray about right here. We want a nice, clean crescent here. And I'm still having problems where I'll hit here and I'll go this way and I'll overshoot and I'll get these little streaks that go off the edge. So let's try this, see what happens. Yeah. Okay. Hey, that looks pretty good. I actually did good on that one. Yay, go me. All right, that's what we got. And then for the final touch, see, that was white. White caps down there. Oh, bear with me, please. I'm an older gentleman, 56 years old, soon to be 57 this year. And starting this out, 2 months doing it, enjoying myself to death, still learning, and all that just to say sometimes my brain don't work so well, and I forget stuff. So, clear coat down here in the corner. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I dyed my clear coat. My clear coat is gone. My clear coat discombobulated. So, more clear coat. Always shake up your paint. Yeah. That's why I loosen up the caps first. All right. Some clear coat sprayed on the corner so that we can do our initials. Ooh, look how shiny that is. Let it set for a minute to eat into the paint and soften it up. If you don't let it set for a minute, it looks nasty. I mean, half the time it looks nasty anyway when I'm trying to do this, but J, L, C, and then squiggle. Because apparently, according to all of them, there's got to be a squiggle in there somewhere. So there you go, JLC, squiggle, kind of looks like an S. I may have to fix that and work on it a little more. There, and then doink doink, 24, because today is 2000, well, the year's 2024. All right. And dun, dun. I think that looks pretty good. Finishing touch. Clear coat to capture all that color and to capture all that shine. And as I said, Casey, Amethyst, John Barber Art, Sketch, all those other ones who I have watched and learned from on this, thank you. 56-year-old man getting into this and getting things like this to come out like that. And most importantly, I have 3 grandkids and a wife who have loved what I'm doing here. And my wife, most of this stuff over here, most of the paint, all the poster boards, everything like that, all from her. Every time we go into the store, you want to go back and look at the paint? Sure. I like that color. Can we get that? I like that color. Will you paint something with that? With the wife and the grandkids too. Oh, I really like that. Like I said, red is the grandson's favorite color. So, red and blue. The sky, just to go with the red and blue. Maybe the next one I tape, I'll do a planet and I'll do like some shooting stars, asteroids, stuff like that, and add that in there instead of all the background colors. But I think that looks pretty good. I actually did really good on the shine. Like I said, a lot of times I overshoot and I got these little streaks coming off, so awesome with that. And my signature came out a lot better than it usually does. A lot of times I just get that muddy look because the paint seeps right back into it. So I like that. And For those who may start following me, thank you. I'm hoping that I can take this up full time and not do the job I'm at right now, because honestly I don't really care for it, and at my age it's hard to do the job. It's a lot of physical labor. And we also have 4 now, because we got the little one. 4 grandkids staying with us. 3 of them we have custody of from the parents, and I won't go into discussions about that here now, but 3 of them we have custody of. The 4th one is because the parents got kicked out of their house and they're staying in a camper right now, which is basically considered homeless, and we did not want her in that situation, so we took her. She's 2 years old. So we now have a 16, a 14, a 12, and a 2-year-old living with us. And it's hard. I'd like to be able to do something like this to make a living so I can be here around them and with them, instead of leaving it all for the wife to do. And 2 days a week minimum, sometimes 3 or 4, we need a babysitter because we both work. She works part-time so she can be home more often. I work full-time so I can pay the bills. So hopefully this will take off. Maybe I'll start getting some followers, some people who like it. So if you like it and you think it's cool, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and you can press the bell so you can get notified when I put more up. Of course, being my first video, it might take a little while for it to catch on. Having said that, I will see you in the next video. So remember, be good. God loves you.